If you're selling your home or thinking about buying a new home in Calgary and want to make sure you get the best price possible and are up to date on what's happening in the Calgary real estate market, then this is the video for you. In this video, I'm going to go over the highlights from CREB's October 2022 Calgary Real Estate Market Update for Calgary and surrounding areas. Hey, my name is Ryan Godin, and I'm your local Calgary realtor with NV Real Estate Group, RE/MAX First. I specialize in helping homeowners and home buyers navigate the real estate market in Calgary so they can move into a better home and improve their quality of life without having to worry about a thing. October sales eased compared to last year's levels, mostly due to slower activity in the detached sector. However, with 1,857 sales this month, levels are still stronger than long-term trends and activity reported prior to the pandemic. Year-to-date sales have reached 26,823, and with only 2 months to go, 2022 will likely post a record year in terms of sales. Calgary hasn't seen the same degree of pullback in housing sales like other parts of Canada, thanks to persistently strong demand for a higher density product, said CREB Chief Economist Anne-Marie Lurie. While our city's not immune to the impact that inflation and higher rates are having, strong employment growth, positive migration flows, and a stronger community market are helping offset some of that impact. New listings also trended down this month, causing sales to new listings ratio to rise 85% and inventories to trend down. Much of the inventory decline has been driven by product priced below $500,000. While conditions are not as tight as what was seen earlier in the year, with only 2 months of supply, conditions remain tighter than historical levels. We're also seeing divergent trends in the market, with conditions continuing to favor the seller in the lower price ranges and shifting to more balanced conditions in the upper price ranges. As of October, prices have eased by 4% relative to the highs reached in May. This is considered a relatively small adjustment when considering price movements in other large cities. It's also important to know that October benchmark price is still nearly 10% higher than levels reported last year. Sales growth in the over $700,000 price range this month were not enough to offset the declines in the lower price ranges, causing detached sales to ease by over 29% compared to last year. Limited supply growth in the lower price ranges continue to keep conditions exceptionally tight for the lower priced detached homes. In October, inventory levels for detached homes were under 2,000 units, nearly 35% lower than typical levels reported for the month. Moreover, over 42% of the inventory falls in the upper price ranges of the market. This is likely creating a situation where pricing trends will vary depending on price range. Overall, detached prices did trend down relative to last month and peak levels in May, but remain nearly 12% higher than levels reported last October. The strongest year-over-year price gains have occurred in the North and Southeast districts. While sales remain lower than last year's levels in October, recent pullbacks have not offset gains from earlier in the year, and year-to-date sales improved by nearly 3%. A pullback in new listings relative to sales caused the sales to new listings ratio to push above 80% this month, and inventories to ease, leaving the months of supply just over 2 months. The benchmark price, while easing slightly compared to last month, remained over 9% higher than last year's levels. Year-over-year price gains have varied from a low of nearly 8% in the city center to a high of 16% in the North District. Row sales continue to rise relative to last year, supporting a year-to-date gain of nearly 42%. At the same time, new listings this month eased, ensuring that the sales to new listings ratio remain exceptionally tight at 106%. Falling inventories and improving sales have ensured this market has continued to favor the seller with less than 2 months of supply. This has also prevented the same adjustment in price. As of October, the benchmark price was $361,200, less than 1% lower than the peak achieved in June of this year. Overall prices remain nearly 15% higher than last year's levels. The strongest price gains occurred in the Northeast, Southeast, and North districts. Apartment sales continue to rise over levels reported last year, contributing to the year-to-date increase of over 56%. Improving sales were also met with gains in new listings, but as the growth in sales outpaced the new listings activity, inventory levels continue to trend down. As of October, the months of supply remained just below 3 months, the lowest level recorded in October since 2013. In October, the benchmark price is $277,800, similar to last month, and nearly 11% higher than last year's levels. Some of the strongest price gains have occurred in the areas outside of the city center. Despite persistent growth, overall prices remain 9% below previous highs set back in 2014. Easing sales over the past several months have not been enough to offset earlier gains, as year-to-date sales reached 2,269 units, over 11% higher than last year and on pace to hit a new record high. The growth in sales was possible thanks to a boost in new listings this year. However, the gains in new listings did little to impact inventory levels, which remained well below levels traditionally seen in the market in October. While conditions are not as tight as they were earlier in the year, the months of supply remained exceptionally tight at 1.5 months. Despite persistently tight conditions, prices have trended lower from the earlier highs. Airdrie hit a record high price back in April this year at $510,700. Prices have since fallen by 6%, then yet remain over 14% higher than levels reported last year. A pullback in new listings relative to sales activity caused the sales to new listings ratio to push up to 90% once again, causing inventories to trend down relative to last month. While overall inventories still remain higher than exceptionally low levels seen last year, levels are still well below what's typically seen in the market. While prices have eased off recent highs, at a benchmark price of $507,000, prices remain over 16% higher than last year's levels. Price growth has been mostly driven by the detached and semi-detached sectors, which have reported year-over-year gains exceeding 18%. A pullback in new listings likely weighed on sales this month, as the sales to new listings ratio pushed above 100%, causing inventories to remain exceptionally low for October. While conditions are still not as tight as they were earlier in the year, the shift this month did little to support more balanced conditions. Persistently tight conditions did slow the pace of adjustments in prices, as the benchmark price was $537,800 in October. While prices have eased from the high reported in May, they remain over 11% higher than last year's levels. Now, if you're looking to buy your dream home or make a move, I can help you simplify the home buying and selling process so you can find your dream home without having to lift a finger. So if that's what you want, my email is ryan@calgarysagent.com. My phone number is 403-614-4711. You can also DM me on Facebook, just search Ryan Godin, or you can DM me on Instagram. My username is RealtorAlberta. And even if you're not looking to buy or sell a home right now, but you want to learn more about the market, the process, and other mistakes to avoid and best practices to do, follow me on Instagram, as I share lots of educational content. Or again, just reach out. I love helping people, I love real estate, and thank you for watching.